So, Leyba, are you excited about the Snyder Cut of Justice League?
Honestly, I don't really care.
See, I like Zack Snyder. I think he's a really good dude. And that 3-hour version of Batman vs. Superman is the good version. That makes sense. You can still hate it for like whatever his choice is, but as far as storytelling and filmmaking, that's the correct version. Same thing with Watchmen. That 3-hour version of Watchmen is perfect. The chopped up 2-hour and 40-minute studio version is kind of like, all right, I can see what you're going for, but it's kind of messy. And I don't know why they do that to the man. He turns in these 3-hour cuts that are really good movies, and the studio takes it and chops it up and says, oh no, we can't release a 3-hour movie. These don't make any money. And then you can cut to Endgame's box office gross. 3-hour movies don't make money? Yeah, okay. So I think the Snyder Cut of Justice League is going to be awesome. That's my prediction.
He told me recently that Jamie Lynn, this random girl from many videos ago, is the most attractive woman he's ever seen on my channel.
You've like mentioned other girls, like, oh, this girl hot. I'm like, no, the only girl on your channel I thought was cute was Jamie Lynn. She was totally hot. But again, that's my taste in women. I'm single right now, so holler at me, Jamie Lynn. If you like dorky fat guys, hey.
What's your taste in men?
I go for the shit guys. I like country white guys.
I'm so glad I don't have a girlfriend right now, Jesus Christ.
Why?
Because I was miserable having girlfriends. Like,
what?
I've had a few serious relationships over the last decade, and it's all great at first, right? You're all like in love and it's all wonderful, and then the more you get to know them, the more you realize like, oh, this is who you really are. Because for some reason everybody presents this ideal version of themselves when they first get to know somebody, or they're first trying to impress somebody, and then they get comfortable and then the real personality comes out, and then you're like, oh, this is who you are. I didn't sign up for that. See, and I don't do that shit. I don't think that's right. So I act and talk to everyone the same way. I don't care who you are. The way I talk to you is the way I talk to my sister. It's the way I talk to my mother. It's the way I talk to any women I date, right? I am myself at all times. I act professionally at work because I'm supposed to. But other than that, I'm the same person with everybody. But other people don't do that. Other people present this idealized version of themselves, the version they want you to think they are. And then after that layer fades away and you see the truth, it's so disappointing where you're just like, oh, I was not happy in any of my relationships, and I'm much more happy being single. But again, I'm not closed-minded. I'm open to the idea of dating someone, Jamie Lynn, so FYI. No, that's not gonna work out. She lives in Indiana. Look at how much sexier things are without the mask. You get to see the full beauty of this face, and you're welcome, ladies. I can hear your pussies getting wetter just seeing this.
Go.
Hi, I'd like a large iced coffee, dark roast with cream, liquid sugar, mocha, and only a little bit of ice.
Hey, I have an idea.
People at work don't want to be bothered.
How about I record her?
Yeah, don't do that. That's gonna embarrass me, and also people at work don't want to be bothered by some dork with a camera. It's Saturday. This poor lady has to work on a Saturday, and you're gonna like shove a camera in her face and make her day more miserable?
Yeah.
If anything, you should just offer her free money.
I'm just gonna tip you $1, okay?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Wow, movies. I've heard of them. Now we're in the Paul Flores section. It's all DVDs. He's such a boomer without even being a boomer. He's like a hipster boomer Gen X guy. He's like all the generations mashed into one little person. And that's why we all love him.
Paul Flores is the best human being on the planet.
I had a lot of movies like that where they were worth a lot of money and then somebody re-put out the Blu-ray and now it's worth nothing. Like there was this window of time where it was worth a lot of money and then Arrow or Scream had to come along and put out a Blu-ray.
Those dickheads.
I am a database of useless information.
That's what people say about me. To me, it's not worthless information.
But I mean, to anyone...
And to a lot of people watching this, it's not useless information.
Yes, but to normal human beings, it's useless. This is another one that was very valuable until Scream Factory put out the Blu-ray. Now this is worthless.
It'd be funny if you like were so pissed, you're like, now this is a fucking goddamn worthless piece of
throw
shit.
it.
Just throw it. We should do something like that before we leave.
I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Because I come here frequently. I don't want them banning me for throwing their merchandise. I would recommend snatching up any Disney 3D Blu-rays you find because they stopped making them. And a lot of the 3Ds have the IMAX screens that the 4Ks and Blu-rays don't have.
Oh, I see.
And those are the kind of movies that are more fun to watch in 3D than they are in 4K. But again, 3D is not dying, it's pretty much dead. But I still love 3D, it's fun. You know what's even more inconvenient than wearing a mask?
What?
Dying.
Yeah, I definitely gotta, you know, come to movie stores with you all the time. You immediately know the history behind every single movie. With him, he, you know, has watched literally every single movie ever known to man. You said you actually have not seen this movie, right? Man from Earth, right?
Correct.
That surprises me. I found one movie that you have not seen. I'm gonna write this down.
That's an Ang Lee movie.
Oh.
It's a Western.
You think it's terrible when I say that Django Unchained is my favorite Western?
No, because you're just a young child, so that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I love Django Unchained as well, so. Oh look, it's the sequel to the Safdie brothers movie Good Time. Good Times. Because you know we had Alien, and then Aliens, so there's Good Time, and then Good Times. The sequel that came out 40 years earlier.
Actually, like more like 60. This is the first film of a director. You know a director?
Oh God.
Yeah, this is William Friedkin's first
Yep.
movie. I would buy this if I didn't buy it from the internet already.
I don't know if I have this movie.
It used to be so much easier to remember like what movies you have, like when you first start collecting, and the first like few years of you collecting, it's so easy to remember, like where you got everything and everything like that. It's even kind of hard for me now to remember like if I even own something. It's definitely hard to remember like where I got like most of my movies. Like
Imagine
I can't
having
remember.
5,000 and trying to remember. That's my problem. That's why I'm like, I know I want this, but I don't know if I bought it already.
What the hell is this?
What is that? This is Polygram. This is one of the very first DVDs they ever put out, 1997. There was a small period of time where they put out DVDs in these weird cases. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. That's crazy. If you're like a super fan of Fargo, I would recommend getting that.
We talked about that in the last video. I'm not going to put a flashback. Go back and look at the damn thing. Let me know if you see any rare DVDs so I can buy it and not watch it and just put it on my shelf and just feel good that I own something rare.
That's how collecting works. That's what we all do. What's his face says it best. Time to go hoard up. That's what we're doing. We're really just hoarding. This isn't normal behavior. He mostly gets stuff in the mail now for free.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard. You have to always acknowledge the fact that you are a weirdo. Otherwise, if you're not self-aware, then you're gonna be super cringe.
So recently somebody told me, what movie's more cringe than me? I'm like, dude, have you seen my content? Like, what? I'm way more cringe than Wet Movie. And then they said, no. Well, at least you're self-aware about it. Wet Movie isn't self-aware, and like he comes off completely like...
I like Wet Movie. He's fun to watch. He's an entertaining dude. One guy.
Hello?
What's up?
What are you up to?
Just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. Are you with that guy that you were talking about that has like, the big ass movie collection and stuff?
Yeah, he's right here.
Hey, what's up? Wet Movie 1. Been a fan for a long time.
Big man. So, what you guys up to? Alex is like non-stop in recording. It's like filming you like every single second.
Oh yeah, it's pretty obnoxious.
That's how he rolls. So don't take it personally. That's just how he does his stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I knew what I signed up for.
I thought we were just gonna go out and do a vlog. He literally like butted in and forced this video to be a Blu-ray hunting video.
So most of the people that watch your videos are actually going to click on this one this time.
Good point.
It's actually gonna get views. Yeah.
This one's actually gonna get views.
Whatever it is, just keep doing what you do, man. If you don't
Okay.
like doing movie hunting shit, don't do it. Fuck it.
I showed up here and I was trying to like come up with things to say, and I'm just like, I don't really know, you know? I feel like you're good with that sort of thing, like coming up with things to talk about, like if there's not really much to talk about.
Yeah, I tried.
Anything you've been wondering like throughout the years?
Are you a liberal or conservative?
I more identify with being a goat than anything.
A goat?
It makes sense to me.
Have fun movie hunting.
Alright, love you, bro. Talk to you later.
I love you too, man.
1917. It was okay. Obviously great technologically.
It didn't hit you in the feels.
Aside from the technical aspects, cinematography, directing, and acting, I thought it was just okay.
The story is very simple. And
Yeah.
the point of the movie is not the story. They're not really doing anything groundbreaking with story and character. The whole movie is just about the experience. And I felt that the whole one-shot thing wasn't really a gimmick. It made you feel more in the moment.
I definitely think it would have been better with a better script, but at the same time, it's like, what more could they have done with it, you know?
I think it was the first movie that Sam Mendes, the first movie he directed that he actually wrote, isn't it? He didn't write American Beauty, he didn't write Road to Perdition, he didn't write Jarhead. I don't think he wrote Revolutionary Road or Away We Go. He didn't write any of the Bond movies. So yeah, this is the first movie he actually wrote, which is probably why the writing isn't amazing, because he's not a writer, he's a director. But a damn good one. It's a pretty sad state of affairs here at Target. Pretty much just 1 hour movies and that's it.
That's gonna be okay. Do you want a hug?
No, I'd prefer you not touch me ever.
In terms of like buying movies, does anybody ever go to Target anymore? I don't think so, honestly.
I do almost every week.
Would you recommend I get The Lighthouse? Great directing, great acting. Overall, I just wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I don't know. I mean, I know I'm wrong.
I would say yes, give it a second chance, because I felt the same way. I saw it in theaters and I was like, okay, it was fine. But then after hearing reviews about it, thinking about it, and then watching it again after I bought the Blu-ray, I'm like, you know what? I really like this movie now. It definitely gets better the more you watch it, I'll say that.
But do you think they'll put out a 4K at some point?
Unlikely, because it was not a big hit. The Blu-ray is selling kind of like normal. It's not really a big seller, so probably not. A24 only does that if their movies are huge hits or if they win Best Picture. Like they put out
Machina.
Moonlight. Ex Machina was a pretty big hit for that kind of movie. The Witch, because that made a lot of money for its budget.
All right, I guess I get it. You only live once.
You know, it was a pretty good movie. Dragged Across Concrete. The dude who directed Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, and
Cell Block 99, which I also enjoyed, or Brawl on Cell Block 99. It's really long, 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is long for a cop drama, but it's good. It has characters in it that are like interesting because they are horrible human beings and not horrible people at the same time, and just the conversations they have is interesting. And it's so authentic that the people even accuse the director of being that. Like, does anyone accuse Jonathan Demme of being a serial killer because he made Silence of the Lambs? Like, it's just so stupid. Why would you assume that?
Yeah, that
so this
is
movie
dumb.
has those kinds of people in it, and it's interesting, and I don't think the director is a bad person for putting those characters in this movie.
Just because I hang out with Dalton Euler, the biggest piece of shit in northern Indiana, doesn't mean that I'm a piece of shit too.
It does make me raise an eyebrow and question your morality.
I just found the most bizarre thing I've seen in a long time. $2.48 for the Blu-ray collector's thing for Stranger Things? That is like incredible. I'm buying this. I can't quite see it, but
that's the Best Buy that Wasting Money one used to go to almost every week, and that's where I met what's his face twice. Anderson, yeah. I saw him there twice. I talked to him once, and then they gave me a shout out in the next video. John was like, "Oh yeah," and Anderson met a fan at Best Buy, some guy named David, and I was like, "Hey, that's me." That's the Wasting Money one Best Buy, and also my Best Buy. That's the one I go to because it's the closest to my crib.
Have you ever been like tempted to like try to stalk him on a Tuesday, like wait through the whole day for him to show up? That's what I would do if I lived around.
Of course, because you're a stalker. And I'm what's known as a normal person, not a crazy psychopathic stalker, so I would not do things like that. But it was cool to meet Anderson and just tell him like I appreciate the channel. I love the one video where you guys got kicked out for filming. That was hilarious. Because they go there so often and I go so often, I just knew it was inevitable that one day I would run into one of them. Like Agent Smith says in the Matrix movies, inevitable.
How could you like not reference Thanos with that?
Because Thanos stole that shit from Agent Smith in the Matrix trilogy. Agent Smith in the Matrix trilogy is the OG badass. Thanos is at least a sentient being who's attempting to do something through logic, whereas Agent Smith is just pure, unadulterated AI evil. And that's scarier to me. A thoughtless, heartless machine. See, Thanos had a daughter that he cared about and cried about. There's a human, compassionate element to Thanos, even though he's kind of like forgotten about that. But Agent Smith is just pure evil, because he's not even human. That, to me, that's scarier. But I still love Thanos. He's my spirit animal.
This is what I meant when I said I'm coming back to BlueTube, you know. Not back to doing, you know, Blu-ray hunting videos or Blu-ray updates and stuff like that. This is what I meant when I said I'm coming back to BlueTube. Ugh, pretty comfy BlueTube.
That's weird. Why do some of these Harry Potters have images on the backside and some don't?
David, how was your very first experience, like, in an Alex Leyba vlog?
A Blu-ray hunting video. Not gonna lie, it was agonizing. It was horrible. I understand what all your friends complain about now. I get it. I feel their pain.
At least you're honest.
Some people are just natural born cringers.
I'm gonna be coming out here more often, like maybe once a month or once every couple months or something like that. Unless you're not cool with that.
Oh no, it's fine. Great. I'm real excited about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Legit, bro. It was great hanging out with you again. I'm glad that we actually got to go out vlogging.
I told you guys in the first video that I did it, or I was going to do it, and I did it. Look, Blu-ray hunting vlog today. You're welcome, fans of actual good entertainment.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought of the video down below, anything we said. And be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Leybonimus. Be sure to give him an ad on Snapchat at, Dawn of Dave. And also give me an ad on Snapchat, and I will add you back. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Say bye, David.
Bye everyone.